Hello students, welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name CarriersCloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this, we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students. So such friends, I'll highly suggest you to watch our video as they will be very beneficial for you.
Hello everyone. So in this video we will be discussing important current affairs of the 4th week of the May month. The session will be very important, so do pay attention till the end. You will be learning multiple things that will be helping in your preparation, and it will be a quite useful video for revision for all the government aspirants. Let's start. First is, name the ministry that recently launched a massive campaign program, that is Meri Life Mera Swachh Shahar, to promote the 3 R's of waste management. What are the 3 R's that we are talking about? Reduce, reuse and recycle. Basically, to promote the 3 R's of waste management, Meri Life Mera Swachh Shahar, this was a campaign launched by which ministry? It is your Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs who launched this Meri Life Mera Swachh Shahar campaign to promote 3 R's, and this campaign is basically to make our economy a circular economy or a sustainable economy, and in this we should reduce the waste management, correct? And this was basically based on Swachh Bharat Mission Urban 2.0, and the main aim of that was to make our cities garbage free. Next question. Most innovative companies 2023 reaching new heights in uncertain times. This was the report released by Boston Consulting Group in May, and according to this Tata Group is the only Indian firm in the BCG list of the top 50 most innovative firms in 2023, securing the 20th position. I repeat, according to this report of BCG, Tata Group is the only Indian company that was among the top 50 most innovative firms in 2023, and the rank of this Tata Group is 20th. Correct? Which was on the top position? Which company? It is your Apple Incorporation. Right? And we know that Apple has recently opened their 2 stores, one in Mumbai and one in South Delhi, and now they are planning on launching 2 more stores in Delhi itself. Correct? Next, remember, if I ask you, tell me recently which ministry launched an online portal, or PCIH and MNH e-office, and an online portal was launched by Ayush Ministry. Then first Urban Climate Film Festival. I repeat, first Urban Climate Film Festival. Where was this held? This was held in Kolkata. Correct? Then who inaugurated the Jharkhand High Court building? New Jharkhand High Court building was inaugurated by President Draupadi Murmu. Then Hamar सुघर लाइक अभियान, हमर सुघर लाइका abhiyan, this was launched by Chhattisgarh state, right? Then recently it is your Goa and Uttarakhand. These two organizations, these two states recently signed an MOU to boost tourism, correct? Then Smarth campaign was launched by whom? It was launched by Giriraj Singh. Then next, remember where was who chaired the 8th meeting of the Niti Aayog Governing Council. The 8th meeting of the governing or 8th meeting of the Niti Aayog Governing Council was chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Correct. Then recently Yoga Festival. Where was this Yoga Festival celebrated? It was in Hyderabad. Next, according to World Bank's annual report, State and Trends of Carbon Pricing 2023 that was released in May, the revenues collected from the carbon taxes and emissions trading systems globally have reached a record high of about dash in 2022. So this ETS, that is your emissions trading systems, they have globally reached a record high of $95 billion in 2022. This data was released by World Bank in their states and trends of carbon pricing, and in this the revenues collected from carbon taxes and ETS have globally reached $95 billion in 2022. The revenue collected from carbon taxes and ETS in 2021, they were around $84 billion and they have increased by almost 10% here, correct? Next, remember the report was launched at the Innovate for Climate, that is the World Bank Group's flagship climate action event. This was held in Spain. I4C, that is Innovate for Climate. Next, name the insurance company that recently launched Journal Surety Bond Bima insurance product for infrastructure projects. So a Journal Surety Bond Bima, that is an insurance product for the infrastructure projects, was launched by which organization? It is your SBI General Insurance. This is basically if any builder fails to or a contractor fails to provide the, let's take an example. If there is a real estate, right, there are certain flats, and if the real estate or the contractor fails to provide these flats on time, then this insurance company, the insurance, that is SBI General Insurance, will be paying for the amount of the owners when they will be not getting that particular real estate, correct? It will act as a security arrangement to provide protection for their infrastructure projects, correct? It is your SBI General Insurance. Next, name the bank that recently launched a first digital onboarding platform, Sarathi or Sarthi, to enable easy installation of point of sale for merchants. To set up these point of sale terminals, Sarthi platform was basically launched. It was launched by whom? It was launched by Axis Bank, correct? This is a first of its kind digital platform to enable point of sale terminals for merchants. Here Sarthi will provide a seamless and hassle-free experience for merchants, unlike the traditional onboarding process that used to take several days. Next, name the state government that recently inaugurated an online rural education program, Pehal. This Pehal was launched by which state? It was launched by Uttar Pradesh, correct? And it was launched where? It was launched at the government UP Sainik Inter College in Sarojini Nagar in Lucknow, UP. This was developed by the Department of Secondary Education in collaboration with IIT Kanpur. So question can be asked in such a way that which IIT collaborated to launch this Pehal in UP or in Lucknow, UP? It is your IIT Kanpur. And under this program, free education has been initially provided at 10 government secondary schools, and this will be soon extended to 40,000 government schools of UP under this Pehal scheme. Next, remember recently Prime Minister Narendra Modi flagged off Vande Bharat Express train in Assam, correct? Then second hydroelectric project in Nepal gets approval from India. Correct. Next, Atal Bhujal Yojana water scheme. Atal Bhujal Yojana. Atal Bhujal Yojana water scheme has been extended by how many years? It has been extended by 2 years. Then Namo Sehatkari Mahasanman Yojana. This was launched by Maharashtra government. New housing scheme was launched by Odisha government. Kheer Bhavani Mela for 2023. Where was this organized? Kheer Bhavani Mela. It was in Kashmir Valley. Kheer Bhavani Mela. Correct. Then, apart from this, what is the name of India's AI supercomputer that was ranked 75th globally? It is Aravat. Correct. Aravat is the name of the AI supercomputer that was ranked 75th in the global supercomputing list. Then Sydney's Harris Park. Harris Park, this is in Sydney. It has been renamed to what? It has been renamed to Little India. Correct. Then Bhoto Jatra. Bhoto Jatra. This was celebrated where? It was celebrated in Nepal. Next, Indian men's and women's Kho-Kho teams clinched the title at the 4th Asian Kho-Kho Championship at Tamulpur, that is located in Assam. Correct. So, fourth, Indian men's and women's Kho-Kho teams clinched the title at the 4th Asian Kho-Kho Championship that was held in Tamulpur, Assam. Next, which Indian naval ship has recently returned to Goa after a historic 188-day voyage? It is your INSV, Indian naval ship vessel Tarini. INSV Tarini has recently returned to which location? To Goa after 188 days voyage. Correct? Important. Next, India's artificial intelligence supercomputer Aravat was ranked what? We just saw. It was ranked 75th globally in the 61st edition of the top 500 global supercomputing list that was released at the International Supercomputing Conference that was held in January. Another question, where was the International Supercomputing Conference for 2023 held? It was held in Germany. And we know officially Germany is in recession now. Correct. Next, which organization released a report thriving making cities green, resilient and inclusive in a changing climate to provide guidance to policymakers on how to create greener, more resilient and inclusive cities? So it is your World Bank. They released this report to provide guidance on various policy making on how to create greener, more resilient and inclusive cities that will follow the sustainable development goals, that will be following the Paris Climate Treaty, and this is based on the data of 10,000 cities globally. And this will basically, how can we reduce the greenhouse emissions, how can we reduce the pollutions, and how can we make our cities more sustainable. Next, name the union minister who recently inaugurated e-office portal of PCI MNH, and online portal. We just saw this. It was launched, or this was inaugurated by whom? It was inaugurated by Sarbandana Sonowal ji. All right, it comes under the Ministry of Ayush. Next, AIFF declared Dash as the AIFF Grassroots Day to commemorate the birth anniversary of Indian football icon Pradeep Kumar Banerjee, that is PK Banerjee. So remember, AIFF declared 23rd of June as the AIFF Grassroots Day to commemorate the birth anniversary of Pradeep Kumar Banerjee. Right? Pradeep Kumar Banerjee, he is known as PK Banerjee. He was born in West Bengal. Correct? Next. Name the personality who elected as the chairman of Internet and Mobile Association of India. Chairman of IAMAI. Who is he? He will be Harsh Jain. Correct? Harsh Jain, he is the co-founder and CEO of Dream Sports, and he has been elected as the chairman of IAMAI. He will serve the post for the next 2 years here. Correct. And here Harsh Jain will replace whom? He will be replacing Sanjay Gupta. Correct. Moving on. Next. Next, if I ask you, tell me recently who has been appointed as the president of FIBA. What is FIBA? That is International Basketball Federation. So he will be K. Govindraj. Then Harsh Jain has been elected as the new chairman of International Internet and Mobile Association of India, who has been appointed as the CII president for 23-24. He will be R. Dinesh. Who has been sworn in as the member of UPSC? Suman Sharma. Who has been appointed as the managing director and chief executive officer of Karnataka Bank? Shri Krishnan Harihara Sharma ji. Then who has been sworn in as the Central Vigilance Commissioner? He will be Praveen Kumar Srivastav. Who has been appointed as the president of Nigeria? Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Then tell me who has been appointed as the brand ambassador of Smile campaign. This was launched by Maharashtra state, and the ambassador here is Sachin Tendulkar, the former Indian cricket player. Correct. Next. The Ministry of Education and World Bank organized one of its kind workshop on school to work transition under STARS program in dash. So remember, Ministry of Education and World Bank, they organized a one of its kind workshop on school to work transition under STARS program in Mumbai, Maharashtra. The workshop was co-chaired by Shri Sanjay Kumar, who is the secretary, correct, of skill development and entrepreneurship. Next. Dash became India's first fully e-governed state by digitizing a range of government services for prompt and transparent delivery to its citizens. It is your Kerala. Kerala became the first fully e-governed state, right, by digitizing a range of government services for prompt and transparent delivery to its citizens. A single window portal that was named E-Sevanam was launched by the state government to offer 900 government services online. Correct? And the postal offers citizens services including various registrations and services related to social security, pensions also. Next, which of the following states has not signed an MOU with the union government to initiate the digital crop survey? It is your Bihar, right? Union government signed an MOU with 6 states to initiate the digital crop survey. And which of these question asked is not signed? So Bihar, it is not Bihar. So which are the 6 states? Assam, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Rajasthan, and your Uttar Pradesh. These are the 6 states where the digital crop survey has been initiated. Next, let's discuss some important days. Right? On 28th of May, we observe International Day of Action for Women Health. Then on 28th only, we observe Menstrual Hygiene Day. On 28th only, we observe World Hunger Day. Then on 29th of May, we observe International Day of United Nations Peacekeepers. On 29th only, World Digestive Health Day. Then on 29th only, International Everest Day is observed. Right? Then on 30th of May, we observe Goa Statehood Day. Goa Statehood Day. And on 31st of May, we observe World No Tobacco Day. Correct? And the theme for the World No Tobacco Day is we need food, not tobacco. Correct? Next is the International Tiger Conservation Authority constituted an 11-member Cheetah Project Steering Committee to oversee the implementation of Project Cheetah. See, recently when cheetahs were brought to Kuno National Park in India, that is in Madhya Pradesh, many cheetahs has died off as of now. Alright, in order to keep a check on them, a 11-member committee was set up. Question asked here is who will be heading this 11 member committee? This will be headed by Rajesh Gopal. Correct? This move comes after the death of 6 cheetahs. Write this, remember also. Right? Next, the Dash edition of India Saudi Arabia bilateral naval exercise Al Mohad Al Hind 23 was conducted in Al Jubail, Saudi Arabia. So remember, recently it was the second edition of the India Saudi Arabia bilateral naval exercise, that is Al Mohad Al Hindi 23, and this was what was the location of this exercise? It is Saudi Arabia. Right? Then remember from Indian naval side, INS, which Indian naval ship took part here? So two INS took part in this exercise. One is INS Tarkash and second is your INS Subhadra. These two Indian naval ship took part in this Al Mohad Al Hind 23. Next, according to World Energy Investment 2023 that was released by International Energy Agency, the clean energy investment has increased dash higher than the investment in fossil fuel. So remember, according to World Energy Investment Report for 2023, this was released by International Energy Agency, and this data stated that the investment in the renewable energy sector, that is your green energy sector, has seen an increase of 70% more than that of the investment in the fossil fuels. Correct? Next, and here remember, according to this, the report stated that around 2.8 trillion dollar is estimated to be invested in the energy sector in 2023 alone. Next, name the organization or bank that signed a $141.12 million loan agreement with India to support the development of high quality internal infrastructure in Andhra Pradesh. So it is your Asian Development Bank. They recently signed $141.2 million loan agreement with India, and this was basically to support the development of high quality internal infrastructure in the state of Andhra Pradesh. So you need to remember that Asian Development Bank will be developing Andhra Pradesh infrastructure, and for which $141.12 million loan was approved. Next, according to EcoRep report of the SBI, India's GDP product growth is projected to be dash in the fourth quarter of financial year. So it is projected to be 5.5%, but you need to remember that India's GDP data has been released and India clocked a 7.2% GDP for the fiscal year 23. Earlier it was projected by Ministry of Finance that India will be growing by 7%, but India has outplayed everyone and the data released is 7.2% for the fiscal year. In the last quarter, it was your agriculture sector that has shown the massive growth, and due to which we were able to achieve this 7.2 GDP growth rate. Next, one more thing you can remember here, that recently Morgan Stanley projected that India will be growing by 5.5% in the fiscal year 24, that is in the next year. Next, which of the following Indian peacekeepers has honored with United Nations DAG Hammarskjöld medal posthumously? So, which of the following Indian peacekeepers were honored with this? There were 3 Indian peacekeepers, right? They are Shaibar Tahir Ali, Sanwala Ram Vishnoi, and Shishupal Singh. So, all of these 3 were honored with this title, and they were honored posthumously. Right, posthumously, that means after their death they were honored. Next, name the Indian fighter jet that recently landed on the aircraft carrier Indian naval ship Vikrant for the first time. This is your MiG-29K. Right, this is a fighter jet, and this took off from INS Dash and it landed on INS Vikrant. Now the question I want to ask you here is that this took off from which Indian naval ship? Alright, tell me this. This is your homework. That this fighter jet MiG-29K took off from a Indian naval ship and it landed on INS Vikrant. So it took off from which Indian naval ship? That you need to tell me. Correct? Next, Next is UN General Assembly declared dash of every year as the World Sustainable Transport Day. So 26th of November every year will be declared or observed as the World Sustainable Transport Day, and we can say that the first edition or the inaugural edition of this day is observed in the year 2023, and this is the first time we will be observing this. Correct? Moving on. So the correct option is 26th of November. Next, in May, Dash became the first digital payment application to enable the linkage of 2 lakh rupee credit cards to UPI. It is your PhonePe that became the first digital payment application that enabled the linkage of 2 lakh rupee credit cards to UPI. Correct? It is your PhonePe. Next, Union Minister of Rural Development Giriraj Singh has launched Smarth campaign to Dash. This Smarth campaign was launched to promote digital transactions in 50,000 gram panchayats. Next, Next is which of the following organization has recently released the Joint Child Malnutrition Estimates 2023 report with the key findings that 18.7% of the Indian children were affected by wasting in 2020. So this data was released by all of these three organizations: WHO, UNICEF, and your international bank, that is IBRD, that is a part arm of World Bank only. Correct? So all these three organizations released this data that almost 18.7% of the Indian children were affected by wasting. Next is the SEBI constituted a 21 member intermediary advisory committee that will be chaired by the former SEBI executive director Dash. So remember, recently SEBI constituted a 21 member intermediary advisory committee that will be chaired by S. Ravindran. Right? The committee will advise SEBI on changes in legal framework and increasing the transparency in functioning of the market intermediaries like stock exchanges, your clearing corporations, and other. Correct? So it will be chaired by S. Ravindran, and this will be a 21 member committee. Next, name the personality from India who has been recently appointed as the member of the advisory committee to the president of the 28th session of the COP. That is for COP 28, who has been appointed as the member of advisory committee of COP 28 to the United Nations Framework for Convention on Climate Change. He will be Mukesh Ambani, and very important information that you need to remember. Mukesh Ambani, the chairman and managing director of Reliance Industries, has been appointed as the member of the advisory committee of the president for COP 28. Now, where this COP 28 will be held? This COP 20 will be hosted by United Arab Emirates. Correct? And this will be from 30th of November till 12th of December, and it will be in Dubai, UAE. Next, Indian Navy along with ISRO, they have released a Dash mission recovery training plan at water survival test facility at Indian naval ship Garuda in Kochi, Kerala. So Indian Navy along with ISRO, they have recently released a Gaganyaan mission recovery test training plan at the water survival training test facility at Indian naval ship Garuda in Kochi, Kerala. Correct? And this document provides a training plan for the recovery of the crew module for the Gaganyaan mission. Next, reward. It is a World Bank associated watershed development program. Which is being implemented from 2021 to Dash. So remember, recently reward. This is a World Bank assisted watershed development program that is being implemented from 2021 to 2026. Right? And remember, here this reward, it is the program that is being implemented to introduce modern watershed practices in the Department of Land Resources, and the total budget outlay of the reward program is $167.71 million, and this is for a period of almost 5 years. Next, which Indian city is set to host Asian Hockey Men's Championship in August 2023 after 15 years. So this will be in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Correct. So Indian city, that is your Chennai, will be hosting Asian Hockey Men's Championship in August 2023 after 15 years. Correct. Next, which bank recently emerged as the top performer in the net non-performing assets management fund during the financial year 23? So remember, it is your Bank of Maharashtra that has recently emerged as the top performer in NPAs management during financial year 23. Correct. Next is your Goldman Sachs. They have increased the India's economic growth forecast by 30 points to 6.3% year on year for fiscal year 23. Correct. So we can say for fiscal year 23, Goldman Sachs projected 6.3, but we have clocked 7.2%. So you can ignore this question. This is an old one. Next, in the 23rd edition of Nexa, see, when we are doing this GDP forecast of various companies and various organizations, right, you need to be updated. You need to be updated that what is the latest data was released by the same, or what is the latest data that has come out. Next, in 23rd edition of Nexa International Indian Film Festival Awards, they were released in May. Here, Ritik Roshan has won the Best Actor in the Leading Role Male, and who has won the Best Actress? She will be Alia Bhatt for the leading role in Gangubai. Correct? So the correct option here becomes option fourth. Right? Ritik Roshan, the Best Actor in Male. For Best Actress is Alia Bhatt during these Nexa International Indian Film Academy Awards. These were the 23rd edition of these awards. And where were these awards held? They were in United Arab Emirates, UAE. Next, in May 2023, ICICI Bank raised their stake in ICICI Lombard General Insurance Company by up to 4%. Correct? I repeat, ICICI Bank raised their stake in ICICI Lombard General Insurance Company by up to 4%, and this will be done in the next 16 months. Here, ICICI Bank already holds up to 48.02% stake in ICICI Lombard and plans to acquire at least 2.5% before the 9th of September 2024. Next, name the launch vehicle of ISRO that recently placed a second generation navigation satellite NVS-01 into geosynchronous transfer orbit. So it will be your GSLV F-12, correct? There is geosynchronous launch vehicle F-12 placed this NVS-01 into the geosynchronous transfer orbit. Other type of launch vehicle are your small satellite launch vehicle that took Azadi set into space, but it was a failure mission. Then polar synchronous launch vehicle, this is also there. Next, India reclaimed their spot as the world's 10th largest stock market by overtaking France. So India has regained their position of the 5th largest stock market in the world by overtaking France. Correct? Then, which is the largest stock market with a capitalization of $44.54 trillion? It is your United States, followed by China with $10.26 trillion. Then Japan on third position, and Hong Kong on fourth position. Then fifth is your India now. Next, Prime Minister Narendra Modi virtually flagged off Northeast region's first Vande Bharat Express train, which will connect Guwahati, Assam with New Jalpaiguri. And where is this Jalpaiguri? This will be in West Bengal. So we can say Assam will be connected to West Bengal with Vande Bharat Express train. Next, according to the 18th quarterly periodic labor force survey, this was released by NSO. Correct? Here, India's urban employment rate in the current weekly status terms for persons aged 15 years and above declined to 6.8% during the fourth quarter fiscal year 23. That was 7.2% for third quarter in fiscal year 23. Correct? So we can say in from third to fourth quarter, we have seen a decline in the unemployment rate of the people above 15 years of age from 7.2% to 6.8%. Next, which company recently launched India's fastest one-step UPI payment solution, that is Turbo UPI. This Turbo UPI was launched by User Pay, and the aim here is to deliver five times faster payment experience to support the businesses and to achieve the increase in the success rate of UPI. Correct? So it is your Turbo UPI, it is your Razorpay who have launched this Turbo UPI. Next, SEBI reconstituted a Dash member intermediary advisory committee that was chaired by S. Ravindran, who is the former SEBI executive director. So remember, it is your 21 member intermediary advisory committee that will be chaired by S. Ravindran. We have seen this question, and this was reconstituted by SEBI. Next, name the small finance bank that recently collaborated with IBM Consulting to design and build a digital banking platform. It is your Equitas Small Finance Bank. They have recently collaborated with IBM Consulting to design and build a digital banking platform. The collaboration was made to boost the digital products offered by Equitas as well as its services, offering seamless and enhanced experience to their customers. Next, which bank has recently unveiled a new logo and integrated campaign with the tagline Life ko banao rich? It is your Yes Bank. Correct? They have unveiled this new logo that is Life ko banao rich. It was launched by Yes Bank. Correct? Next, according to the DPIIT data released in May 2023, the foreign direct investment into India declined by almost how much percent to $46.03 billion in fiscal year 23. So the FDI in India declined by almost 22% to $46.03 billion in fiscal year 23, which is the country that has emerged as the top investor of FDI. It is Singapore with $17.2 billion. Another thing you can remember that in Dubai, India emerged as the top FDI player. Correct? India is investing largest in FDI in Dubai. Next, in May, Comptroller and Auditor General of India Girish Chandra Murmu was elected as the external auditor of which organization for a 4-year term, that is from 2024 to 2027, and this is the second term of this of Girish Chandra Murmu as the external auditor. So it is of WHO. Correct? This term is for 4 years. Earlier he was elected in 2020. Now his term will be ending in 2024, and then from 2024 to 2027 he will again be appointed as the external auditor of WHO. Correct option second. Next, what was the theme of the 75th anniversary of UN Peacekeeping International Day of UN Peacekeepers that was observed across the globe on 29th of May? It is your Peace Brings with Me. I repeat, Peace Begins with Me is the theme for the UN Peacekeepers Day, that is the 75th anniversary of this day. Next, which state government recently approved 18 important proposals including the new Mo Ghara scheme, that is of Odisha. Mo Ghara, Mo Bus scheme. Then remember, first Olympic values education program was also held in Odisha only. Right? This Mo Ghara scheme aims to provide financial assistance to all those aspirants of the lower and the middle income class households of Odisha. Correct? Moving on, Dash became the first insurance company to accept e-rupee, that is the RBI CBDC. First of all, remember it was RBI that has launched this CBDC, that is e-rupee, right? And they all launched in two segments, that is retail segment and wholesale segment. So Reliance General Insurance recently became the first insurance company that will accept e-rupee for premium payments in partnership with Yes Bank. Next, which organization has recently released the report promoting millets in diets, best practices across states UTs of India? This report was released by Niti Aayog, and it is to promote millets not just in India but all around the world also. Apart from this, International Year of the Millets was declared which year? It was 23 by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In 2018 this was declared. Next, if I ask you recently, which IIT has set up the first international campus in Tanzania? Or we can say which IIT to go international? It is your IIT Madras. IIT Madras became the first international or became the first IIT to set up first international campus in Tanzania. Then which state launched the Shalokha Yojana? Shalokha Yojana. It was launched by Maharashtra. Right? Then tell me, India proposed to develop G20 park, and this will be where? In New Delhi. Right? NHAI, National Highway Authority of India, it is planning to develop 10,000 kilometers of digital highways in India by the year 2025. Then if we talk about World Bank's Logistics Performance Index, what was the rank of India? India stood at 38th position in the World Bank's Logistics Performance Index. Who became the India's biggest training partner? Who became the India's biggest trading partner for fiscal year 23? It is your United States of America. Then which state became the largest necro state? Necro state. It is your Syria. Then which country is the most populated country in the world now? It is India. Which is the world's wealthiest city? Or which city topped the list of the world's wealthiest cities? It is your New York. And this is for the year 2023. Correct? Next, if I ask you who has been appointed as the interim managing director and chief executive officer of Karnataka Bank, he'll be Shekhar Rao. Then who has been named as the US India Task Force? Nelly Bendapudi. Correct? Then who has been appointed as the brand influencer of HSBC India? He will be Virat Kohli. Then one more, who has been appointed as the brand ambassador of Jio Cinema? He will be Rohit Sharma. Next, in which Indian city the world's first social currency payment card WILD was launched? This was launched in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Correct? And apart from this, remember this WILD is offering a social currency payment card for all those individuals who have 1000 plus Instagram followers and 100 plus score for WILD account. And once these requirements are met, they can apply for WILD WILD card from their portal. Correct? Also, they have raised the funding from a British private equity firm of around 350,000 US dollar. Moving on, as per the Asian Development Bank annual report, which country is the largest recipient of various funds from ADB for various projects and programs? So remember, according to Asian Development Bank, they provided monetary help to almost 40 countries in 2022, totaling to over around $31.8 billion. Out of this amount, Pakistan secured the maximum number of loans of around $5.58 billion. Correct? And option 3 is right here. Next, name the personality who recently awarded with the honorary MB, that is the Member of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire by the King Charles III. He will be M.N. Nanda Kumara. Correct? The Sanskrit scholar, United Kingdom based Sanskrit scholar Dr. M.N. Nanda Kumara, Executive Director of the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Center in London, UK. He was awarded with the honorary Member of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire by the King Charles III. So friends, these are your important current affairs for the day. I hope you have learned multiple things, and this is basically for the 4th week of May month. Alright, that was an important session. If you have not noticed or if you have not taken note of any of the important information, kindly note them down and they will be beneficial for your revision in the longer term. Right? So that's all for the day, friends. Thank you and have a nice day.
That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at AffairsCloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the
of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is AffairsCloud_official. In the end friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.